At one point last night, Donald Trump was arguing that the moderators were not being fair. He challenged Anderson Cooper and Martha Raddatz several times from the stage, accusing them of being too easy on his rival.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Donald, I know you're into big diversion tonight, anything to avoid talking about your campaign and the way it's exploding and the way Republicans are leaving you. But let's at least focus on some of the issues that people care about tonight. Let's get to their question.
We have a question here from Ken Karpowitz. He has a question about health care. Ken?
I'd like to know, Anderson, why aren't you bringing up the emails? I'd like to know. Why aren't you getting
brought up
to the bottom?
emails.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't. And it hasn't been finished at all.
Ken Karpowitz has a question.
It's nice to 1 on 3.
1 on 3. Howard Kurtz is a Fox News media analyst, of course. You know him well as host of Media Buzz. Howie, good morning to you. Good to see you.
Good morning.
You know, he
Hi,
went
Mother.
after the moderators. We always do this the day after, sort of grill the moderators and give them a rating. How do you think they did?
Well, look, Martha Raddatz, Anderson Cooper are very accomplished journalists. I admire their work, and I think overall they did a good job. It wasn't 3-on-1, but there is no question they were more aggressive against Donald Trump than with Hillary Clinton. They asked to combine 5 questions at the top of Donald Trump about that Access Hollywood tape, which he talked about groping women. That's fine. The story has dominated the news. Cooper asked Trump 3 times that he paid any federal income taxes. When it came to Hillary Clinton, single questions, email scandal, were you extremely careless, basket of deplorables, the comment that Hillary Clinton made without a follow-up. And here's the big one, Martha. The WikiLeaks document dump, the hacked emails about Hillary Clinton's big money speeches to Wall Street firms. There was so much material in there, for example, her talking about open borders and open trade, but instead there was just an online question about, is it two-faced to have a public or private position? That's an easy question to finesse, except then Hillary Clinton wandered into Abe Lincoln territory.
Yeah. All right. So your assessment is that they were definitely tougher on Donald Trump. In terms of time, because he kept complaining, well, you just gave her another minute to go on, and you have to do the same for me. Is that a fair criticism on his part?
From where I sat here in St. Louis, it seemed to me that a lot of the squabbles that Trump got into with Raddatz and Cooper about time occurred when Trump was interrupting Hillary Clinton's time. In other words, there's a format. Both campaigns agree. She has 2 minutes to respond. He would break in, and sometimes she did that as well. But he broke in a lot more, and at least twice, Anderson Cooper admonished Donald Trump by saying, well, she let you talk, well, she let you answer. So I don't know that he has this, it did seem that they interrupted him a lot, but I don't know if he has as strong a complaint on that as it might have seemed at first blush.
Yeah. We're looking at the room. It was a very intimate setting, and boy, oh boy, Howie, you've got the accusers of Bill Clinton in one part of that room, Bill Clinton listening to Donald Trump saying things about him being, there they are, those are the women. There was some discussion that perhaps they might be in the Trump box, but they were in that area. You see them lined up there. Now let's take a look at Bill Clinton, who was discussed quite a bit, actually, last night. Although he's not running, he is married to the candidate, of course. He got a lot of moments of cameras on him as well, especially when Donald Trump talked about him losing his right to practice law and being impeached. What did you think about all that?
Absolutely fair game. Had to be hard for the first spouse to sit there and take it, and he's not the candidate, so he can't come out and respond. I thought the whole press conference with Kathleen Willing, Paula Jones, and Wendy DeBrogic was a stunt. It didn't get Donald Trump much. Having them there didn't seem to rattle Hillary Clinton, although she didn't have as strong a debate, certainly, as she did in the first debate. One more point on the moderators, if I might, Martha.
Sure.
Martha Raddatz, at one point, when they were discussing Syria policy, kind of stepped out of her moderator's role and began debating Donald Trump. She asked him twice, what do you think will happen if Aleppo falls? And then when Trump talked about why do we announce these military offensives in advance, she stepped into it and said there are sometimes reasons the military does that, psychological warfare. He answered, she came back again, it might be to help get civilians out. That's outside the traditional role of a moderator, although Raddatz is very much of an expert on Middle East policy.
Great points, Howie. Thank you very much.